So Mikey Garcia came out and stated that he willing to fight Lomachenko. He's still entertaining that fight, possibly at 140, or if he could even make 135 yet again, he will fight him, and he's willing to fight Lomachenko, and he even considering signing with Top Rank yet again. So I'm like, why? Why would you make 5 steps forward then take 10 steps backwards? That's silly to me. I mean, you see, with Bob Arum, Floyd Mayweather left him and made $1 billion. Oscar De La Hoya did the same thing. Obviously, he didn't make $1 billion like Floyd, but he made good money. And ever since Mikey Garcia left, he said that he's a free agent. He could do whatever he want. He been making a lot of money, and obviously he made like $10 million versus Errol Spence. So why are you trying to go backwards and sign with the same promoter that you kept battling for 2 years? That don't make no sense to me. And I thought he finna fight Danny Garcia on pay-per-view. I don't know what's going on. I believe Mikey Garcia want that fight. It's most likely on Danny Garcia part, because Danny Garcia been talking a lot of rubbish where he been stating that Errol Spence didn't do a good job, this and that. He would have stopped Mikey. So, I mean, he got to live up to a whole lot. Now, if Mikey fights Danny and Danny can't stop Mikey or wins a split decision or even possibly lose that fight, because it's a 50-50 fight, then he will lose the opportunity to fight in the big league versus a Crawford and Errol Spence and a Keith Thurman, and he won't be in that mix anymore. So I believe Danny Garcia is kind of hesitating because of what he been saying, and I doubt, and I know 100% he won't live up to what he been saying, and he won't outperform Errol Spence. That's a fact. He won't outperform Errol Spence, and Mikey could even possibly be a Danny Garcia. However, now Mikey Garcia entertaining re-signing with Top Rank, and that bugs me because I remember when Mikey Garcia was ducking Gamboa at the time when he was with Top Rank, and Gamboa did everything in his power to make that fight happen, where he was willing to take only 25% of the purse. And I remember it was only me and Dante that was calling out Mikey Garcia for the BS that he was doing. And that was around the time where Dante started his radio show. That was his second time doing the radio show, and I was his guest at the time. And we exposed Mikey Garcia for the ducking he was doing. And like I said, nobody was calling Mikey Garcia out on that except us at the time, really. So I remember it like it was yesterday. And obviously now he fought Errol Spence, which I gave him credit for, but that was a money decision. But the reason I bring that up, the only reason why Mikey Garcia left Top Rank is because he didn't want the Gamboa fight, and HBO really wanted that fight, and they was forcing Mikey Garcia to take that fight, and he chose to leave Top Rank and battle Top Rank for 2 years just because he didn't want the Gamboa smoke at the time. Now, re-signing with Top Rank, I mean, if you're willing to fight a Crawford there, if you're willing to fight Lomachenko, then more power to you. But like I said, it's just a weird turnaround when you just went to court for like 2 years with that guy, man. And if you're a free agent, why you gotta re-sign with Top Rank to make them fights happen? And let Bob Arum take, what, 30% of your purse when you're a free agent? So, I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't know. Mikey Garcia could be saying things just to lay it and get a reaction out of the fans and just keep his name in the media. But that don't make no sense to me. But at the same time, he could be using that for leverage to force PBC to offer him more money to keep him and not let him go, in my opinion. I mean, that could be a strategy, in my opinion. So subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't listen to these casual ass fans. We'll see what Mikey Garcia does next. But if y'all like the boxing memes that y'all see in my videos, follow Latoon Boxing on Instagram and follow Aki TV on Instagram, and subscribe to my channel on YouTube at Aki TV. Peace, and we out.